Well, hello there. Today I want to talk to you about A-B testing. See, as marketers, we abuse A-B testing on a regular basis, and I want to come back to how to use A-B testing the most effective way. If you're not familiar, A-B testing is where you hold up two different versions of a particular piece of content, creative, or two different targeting mechanisms, and see which one outperforms the other. One of the areas that I find that marketers will fall short in executing A-B tests is they'll try to test too many things at once. If your version A and your version B of, say, an email have 6 differences between them, and version A kicks version B's butt, you don't know why. You don't know which of those changes actually move the needle. Now, sometimes it can be useful to just throw spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks, but once we have something that's working to some degree of effectiveness, we're far better off changing one thing at a time in our A-B tests to see if we can figure out what that change did to improving the performance. Second of all, I find a lot of marketers will often run A-B tests with too small of a sample set. So what does this mean? Well, if you're testing an email and you're sending that email to only 50 people, you're not going to have enough of a test between version A and version B to know with any statistical confidence which one won. If you're executing that inside of the platform, you want to be mindful of what confidence that result is coming back out at. Anything under a 95% confidence is generally something you want to look at with an eye of skepticism, not knowledge you can take and run with moving forward. And finally, I find that marketers often will run tests that don't necessarily add to our body of knowledge about our audience. If I run 2 tests with 2 different images, but there's nothing specifically different about those images, at least from a strategic standpoint, I don't really come away with any knowledge. A button color test would be another example. Okay, so I have orange button versus a green button. Which one do people click on more? Okay, that might be useful in changing my button colors, but it doesn't teach me about my audience. If I present 2 different versions of copy with 2 very different value propositions for the same piece of content or the same product or service, now I get an insight into my audience and what moves them to act. If I create 2 different calls to action, creating 2 different senses of urgency, 2 different reasons to act now I know which emotional levers to pull to get action out of my audience in other mediums. So I encourage you to take a look at your A-B tests. If you're not doing A-B testing, definitely now would be a great time to introduce this. And if you are, make sure that you're taking your A-B tests to the furthest that you can. They take a lot of time and energy to execute, so let's make sure we're getting the most value out of them that we can. With that, I hope you have a wonderful day. If there's anything you'd like to add to the conversation, any questions, concerns, criticisms, idea sparks, please post those down in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you next time.